Morbid Facts, Part 679. 31-year-old physician Dr. Sneha Ann Phillip vanished on September 10, 2001, just one day before the 9/11 attacks. Surveillance footage last showed her shopping at a department store near her Manhattan residence, but she was never seen again. Her family believes she rushed to Ground Zero to help victims and died in the chaos, but there's no official record or eyewitness account placing her there. Investigators also uncovered personal and professional turmoil in her life, leading to speculation that she may have used the disaster to disappear intentionally or was possibly even murdered. Her remains were never found, but in 2008, a judge ruled she likely perished in the attacks, officially adding her to the list of 9/11 victims despite the lack of definitive evidence confirming her death. Aaliyah's song Age Ain't Nothing But a Number was written and produced by R. Kelly and lyrically centers around a young girl wanting to be with an older man. At the time, R. Kelly was 27 and Aaliyah was just 15. The two secretly and illegally married in 1994 using a falsified ID that listed her age as 18. When her family found out, the marriage was quickly annulled in early 1995. Afterwards, Aaliyah cut all personal and professional ties with R. Kelly and never worked with him again. The song and the marriage later took on a disturbing new light, foreshadowing the predatory behavior that R. Kelly would eventually be exposed and convicted for. Morbid Facts, Part 3. In 1991, a decomposing woman was found hanging from a shower in a New Mexico motel. Despite an image of her being found in the room, she and the man in the photo remain unidentified to this day. But her first name is believed to be Becca, thanks only to an anonymous tip given to police in 2021. In 2011, Tokyo officials went to congratulate the oldest man in the city on his 111th birthday. But upon entering the man's home, they instead found his mummified remains sprawled over his bed. He had been dead for more than 30 years, and his family was still collecting the pension money he was receiving. Tennessee man James Washington was always the prime suspect of a 1995 murder, but there was never sufficient evidence to charge him. That was until 2012, when he was having a heart attack and confessed to the murder since he believed he was about to die. But Washington ended up making a full recovery and was convicted based on this confession, which he later tried to take back. Morbid Facts, Part 433. In 1981, 3 young men found the murdered body of a woman laying in a roadside ditch in Ohio. She was known as the Buckskin Girl because of the poncho she'd been wearing, but police struggled to identify her for decades. That was until 37 years later in 2018 when DNA analysis identified her as hitchhiker Marcia King. Her mother had still been living in the same house with the same phone number, never giving up hope that her daughter may return home one day. Marcia's murder remains unsolved, but the case is still open. In a form of doping known as boosting, wheelchair athletes with spinal injuries will sometimes intentionally injure themselves below the waist to cause their bodies to respond by raising blood pressure, thus enhancing their performance. Techniques include clamping down on a catheter to overfill the bladder, breaking toe bones, and administering electric shocks to the legs, feet, and testicles. Boosting has been completely banned by the International Paralympic Committee since 1994.